What's up, guys? It's Janelle. I got a ton of stuff to do in the garden today, so I figured I would take y'all along with me. All right, so we have a fair amount of starts that we need to get into the ground. Let's see. Most of these are zucchinis. There's actually some broccoli over there. I have another tray of broccoli I'm going to do something with as well that I got to get from inside. These are I think these are sunflowers my husband has in there. Pumpkins, mini pumpkins, a pepper, a lettuce, a sunflower. It's kind of random. These are mammoth sunflowers. There are some other sprouts in there that we're going to leave alone. These are mostly sunflowers as well, along with this guy. And then I have some more up in the front bed that we will see later on. And then I have a bunch of potatoes that have sprouted. So we're going to plant them. They are organic. So they sprouted in my pantry and we're going to throw them in the ground. That's how I planted my last potatoes and I got a pretty successful harvest from them. I got some Malabar spinach we're going to clear out and put those there. We're going to take out this Malabar spinach. I'm probably going to save it, preserve. I'll probably blanch and freeze it. We are just not eating spinach a whole lot right now. There's so many other things in the garden that we're eating. So we're just not utilizing this space the best way we could. So I have those potatoes. I'm going to throw those potatoes in this little area. I have a couple more cucumbers. I think I'm going to extend this cucumber trellis down a little bit. Oh, hello, Mr. B. Mrs. B. Most bees are girls, if you didn't know that. But we're going to take this out and we're going to throw in the potatoes. A great way to implement some no-till and no-dig philosophy and technique into your garden bed this summer when you're going to take out your summer crops. Instead of pulling them all the way up from the root, you're going to want to cut them at the base and leave that root in there. It's going to increase your organic matter percentage. It's going to help feed some of the biology you have in the soil and maintain that whole ecosystem. I decided to try no-dig potatoes for the first time. I've heard good things and bad things. I mended the bed after taking out the spinach with local compost. I then spread the potatoes along the compost and covered them with more compost. I'm going to cover them with hay and keep them covered and make sure sunlight does not touch them. I'm hoping for an abundant harvest. Stay tuned, we'll see how it does. The cucumbers have grown fiercely this season, so we added some more bamboo to their trellis. I think that they will be much happier with this added support. We are extending this trellis to here and then back down to that guy, and then it'll come all the way around the back row of tomatoes. Okay, so I want to talk about a little problem, not so much a problem, but when we planted the tomatoes, we had T-posts. So we used the T-posts and then we used this mesh square netting, which I knew that we would have to add support, which is kind of what we've done. I'll show you a little bit more in a minute. So we knew that we were going to have to add trellising, and you can see it's getting weighed down and it's bowing, and the tomatoes are still growing, but they're almost not getting taller because the bottoms of them are bending. So we are adding more support and trellising to support them. So here is a little bit of a better view of the trellising that we have added and are going to continue to add. So we have staked bamboo with each T-post and run a horizontal bamboo across it. My husband is a fan of zip ties and tape, so nothing fancy here. But we then took one piece of bamboo per plant and zip tied it to the horizontal beam and then tied the plant up the bamboo. And it seems to work really well. So we will probably try and implement something like this ahead of time next year. So these are some more sunflowers. We're gonna put these in the front bed to see how many we can squeeze in here. The soil's not super awesome, but I did put some zinnias in here that sprouted, and they're not growing super fast, but they're growing pretty well, and they've dealt with. So we got this guy right there. We got this little guy right here. So we'll see how he does. Over here. And over here, we got this guy right here, that guy over there, and that guy right there. We will give them some extra love to help them get through the transplant process, but I think that they're gonna look really, really nice. I'm really excited to see how some big old mammoth sunflowers are gonna look right there. So we have these three guys that we still need to find homes for. I'm thinking popping one right here next to the rose bush. And while I have you guys here, look, the Gumfrina. It's gonna be purple. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it just opened. And there are zinnias in here as well. They are not quite blooming yet because I did pinch them, but I am really excited about this container and to see how it comes out. We still need to get more bamboo to finish staking up the rest of the tomatoes. We were only able to stake up a few individually, but we did get the majority of the actual structure built. So I'll pan out and I'll let you guys see that. The cucumber one as well. So structures for the tomato trellis are mostly in place. Like I said, we need some more bamboo. And then hopefully we won't need to do anything else to this massive cucumber. These are 4 plants, guys. 4 cucumber plants. That trellis is gotta be 15 feet tall. Guys, like, how am I gonna harvest that? I'm really excited about it, but like, how am I gonna harvest it? So one thing I definitely learned from today was prepare your trellising early in the season, before your plants get big, before they're there, before you can destroy them while trellising, before it's a giant pain in the butt. Figure out what you're going to do and don't do what I did. I kind of was just like, well, it's my first season gardening, so I'm just going to wing it and deal with it when it I need to. Not the best idea. Prepare yourself better. I will next year. Oh, whew, golden hour. Well, I've been working all day, literally all day. I planted a ton of stuff. We started the no dig potatoes. We planted a ton of sunflowers. I was able to get a good bit of the zucchini I had planted. I have 2 more left. I think I'm going to see if I can give those to Molly. We got the trellises up. I'm really excited about it. But anyway, that is a long day in the garden, and there's still things on the to-do list that I did not get to that I wish I would have, but that's usually how it goes. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me in my garden today, guys.